I know I mentioned it before, but I was just saying to my next guest what theater meant to me growing up and remains a special part of my life. There's so many benefits. Whether you get into, theater as a full-time career or not, it is just a special experience for people. And, well, young people out there, I hope you're listening, because my next guest has a great opportunity coming up to be in the production of The Jungle Book. I am joined by Jessie Kahat. She is the director of the fall production of The Jungle Book for youth with Theatre Canada, Ottawa. Welcome. Great to have you here, Jessie.
Thank you so much for having me.
So let's talk Theatre Canada, because I guess that's an umbrella, and then you've got different sort of satellites in different cities. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Youth Theatre Canada has been around for a while, but this is their first year in Ottawa. So
excellent.
They reached out, and I said, absolutely, I would love to direct ages 10 to 14. That's one of the best ages, I think, to get kids into theater and to, help them find themselves.
Yeah.
So they reached out, and we're doing The Jungle Book. So we're starting our auditions right now.
I mentioned some of the fact that it was beneficial to me, but just for young people out there, or obviously the parents that are watching, talk about some of the benefits.
Oh my gosh, theater is amazing for so many different reasons. When you're that age, just like let's say 10 to 14, that's the age I'm working with right now, but there's so many things going on. You're not quite a child anymore. You're not quite like a full-on teen that's driving and all of those things. So you're just looking to find your place in the world. And theater, it really helps get you out of your shell, and it helps, you get to play, and it's nobody's judging you, and nobody's everybody's playing along with you, and I think that's probably the best thing that theater does for kids that age. And I think one of the biggest compliments I had after teaching a summer camp this summer was my child has found their people.
Nice.
And I think right.
That's exactly how I felt. Like when Glee became like a huge hit on TV, yes. I was so excited because I finally said to myself, now finally theater people are like the cool people.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying, right?
Yes, I'm a self-proclaimed theater nerd. Yes.
Me too. Okay, great to hear. Let's talk about cast, because you're looking for about 30 cast members. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're doing an audition tour at local schools here in Ottawa. But even if we don't happen to come to somebody's school, they can actually go onto the website and sign up for our callback auditions on the 24th of September.
Okay.
But yeah, the auditions are really cool and relaxed. I did one this morning. And
so walk me through. What was it like this morning?
Yeah. So I went to a school. We sat around in a circle. I had them introduce themselves with their name, and just kind of like an action to go with their name to make it a little bit fun. We made a jungle choreography because, of course, it's the Jungle Book. So everybody had to come up with an animal movement, and then we all did that together. And then we did a little performance of the Three Little Pigs because everybody knows it.
Yeah.
The villain is great in that story. I mean, you got the big bad wolf.
Yeah.
And so it was just really fun, and we all played, and what I loved is that all of the kids were kind of edifying each other, So they were like, that was great. Oh, she was so good at this thing. And it's just nice to see kids, level each other up in that way.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, theater too. If you're shy and you're kind of desperate to get into it, what advice would you give to a young person watching that says, I'd love to do it, but you know what, I'm too shy.
Yeah, get around those people. So even though we have the onstage people, and of course that's generally what people think of when they think of theater, there's always stuff to do backstage as well. So I was even telling some of the kids in the audition today that like if you don't want to be on stage, you can come and you can be around theater people, and you'll see it. It's a good vibe, right?
Yeah.
So backstage is a great way to start. And I started in the prop shop at my university, and worked into stage management and directing and being on stage, of course, too. So there's something for everybody in theater.
Yeah, for sure. I just, as an example, my brother wasn't someone who would want to be on stage, but he worked in the audio video department, right? Who, helped us put on so many theatrical productions in high school, and he loved it just as much as I love being on stage. So I'm glad you mentioned that, because people forget there are so many great opportunities. There's lighting and sets and sound and so many things that go on behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's something for everybody. So just come, be around. That's the thing.
The Jungle Book, I mean, you'd have to be under a rock to not know, but how would you describe this story to people?
Sure. It's a small child that gets lost in the jungle, abandoned by their family, and they get raised by wolves. And then, they go through the jungle, making friends with all of the jungle animals. They feel like they're a part of the jungle. And then, of course, there's, villains that don't want them to be in the jungle because, mankind is inherently evil because we've got fire, and a lot of the problems for the jungle animals have stemmed from man. So there's conflict, there's triumph. It's a great story.
Yeah, there's a lot of great themes, right? I mean, there's a lot of sort of lessons throughout that story, and I think that's what makes it a beautiful story. So you said callbacks on the 24th, is that right?
And that would be for also if people don't, if we didn't happen to come to their school and they want to come to audition for us, then they can just go to the website and sign up, and we can take them on the 24th.
What advice can you give to a young person watching right now when it comes to auditioning?
Yes. The directors want you to do well, and we really just want to see your personality. So try to everybody's nervous, I'm nervous right now. But people get nervous, so just relax. And people want you to do well. We want you to showcase your personality, and we want it to be fun. I'm
glad you presented it that way, because someone like myself who's I've gone to audition for television and film. It's a nerve-wracking experience, but you never think of those people sitting on the other side of the table as, hey, I'm here to cheer for you, and that's exactly what they're there to do. What is the website if people are interested in finding out more information?
YouthTheatreCanada.com.
YouthTheatreCanada.com. Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us, Jessie.
Thank you for having
really
me.
appreciate it. Again, I can't say enough. It is such a wonderful experience. So please check out the website again, YouthTheatreCanada.com. We'll be back with more right after this.